guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tommy. Today's video is going to be a little different. There are no try-on, styling or fashion videos. Today we're just going to sit and have a quiet chat. Today is the second day of the year 2026. Happy New Year to you guys. I wish you the best this year and always. I wish you all that you wish for yourself. And I pray for a year of answered prayers for every one of you guys in Jesus' name. I already mentioned that this is going to be a different kind of video. And okay, before I forget, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're not new and you're back for more videos from me, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'm gonna try to actually look at the camera because I have this habit of like wandering around and looking elsewhere aside the camera lens. So I'm trying to practice and get better at looking at the lens and talking to you guys, directly. Today, I'm going to be talking more about New Year's resolution, specifically the pressure that surrounds New Year resolution. It is January, it can be quite overwhelming because we are forced to want to do a complete overhaul of what we are and who we are, and we have all of these mega changes that we want to make and we want to get them done, and then it's just too much to want to do a lot of things at the same time. So if you're someone like me who gets overwhelmed every January, this video is for you. This video is sort of a gentle love letter to myself as well. I am making it because I want to have a reference for where my headspace was, at the beginning of the year, so I can refer to this. So this is more like an advice to myself that I've decided to sit down and also share with you guys. Every year we're told that we all believe that January is the time to reinvent ourselves, new habits, new body, new routines, almost new personality. And while growth is beautiful, that kind of pressure can make the year feel less hopeful and quite heavy, and like you have too much pressure, too much riding on this new year that you are just starting. I remember growing up, every year we would make New Year resolutions. People would write their New Year resolutions. That was how we did every year in my household. So there are things that we want to write down to that we have to get done. Now, I don't want you guys to misunderstand this. Of course, you need to make goals. There's a reason why we all have New Year resolutions. A cliche is a cliche for a reason. It's because something that works, that has worked for other people, that could work for you as well, but you have to be strategic about it, especially if you have bigger things to achieve. You have to be way more strategic about it and be realistic. Taking the step of less pressure gives you a more clear head to plan according to your strength, according to your lifestyle, and according to things that you have achieved in the past as well, because only you can recognize your own strength. For example, I am a size XL. You guys already know if you watch my fashion videos, and so it's like me just saying, oh, I want to be a size small before the end of the year. That is crazy, even just saying it out loud. Now, I may say I want to exercise more. I want to go to the gym like twice or three times or four times in a week, depending on my schedule. I want to have more healthy meals. I want to eat more vegetables, things like that. Now, that is breaking it down, and that is actually making it something that I can achieve. I think we're all aware of these SMART goals, SMART goals. That your goal must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and you have to put a timeline in that. I hope I got all of that right. I'm going to leave it on the screen for you guys. You have to make sure that you're breaking down all of these goals into small steps that you can achieve. So if you have something big that you want to get done in this year, you want to break it down and focus on those little steps that you can do. In the past, I have noticed that the things I actually get done are not like when I have this huge big thing that I want to get done, I get overwhelmed and I just like retract, and I'm just scared that it's gonna fail. I'm not gonna get this done. The things I have actually gotten done are the things that I have broken down into small steps in order to achieve. At this point, I have realized the bigger the goal, the more gentle I have to be on myself so that I can get it done. Because if I'm coming with this pressure of, oh, I have to get this done, 2026, like that, people are doing this, I have to do it, I have to, it's not going to get done. We have to approach this with care. We have to approach this with the seriousness that it requires and get to where you want to be. I recently read a Substack piece called Against Resolutions. In this piece, the author talks about how we view resolutions as an all or nothing, success or failure, and how that mentality actually sets us up for failure. Does the opposite of what we're actually trying to do in the first place. She did suggest something more ritual, like a process, a system that you can do over and over again instead of like a complete dramatic reinvention, which is something everyone does. Another thing that I have learned, and that this is actually making me learn, is that the whole year does not have to be tackled at once. I don't have to do everything in January. I don't have to start everything in January. For example, if I have three major things I want to do this year, or let's say four major things I want to do this year, I can focus on two at a time. I don't have to put like 10 things on my list of to dos. The 10 things I've not been doing in the past year. And then I just want to start everything in January. I'm going to burn out really quickly. And then I'm going to fail at it. And what we're trying to do is to avoid that failure, because that failure sends a feedback to you that you're not capable of achieving this. And then the less you do, the less you do. I don't know if you guys get it. So the small, if you take it little by little, your little successes is going to speak more to your brain and tell you that you can actually achieve the rest of the things that you have set out to do for the year. My thing is to think of the year in small, livable portions, like let's say every 90 days. There's a book I read about 2 years ago. It was like a 3 month year, and I can't remember, but I'll leave it on the screen for you guys. And the whole essence of that book is to divide your year into 4 quarters. And there's a reason why big companies also do that. So you try to tackle your goals one season at a time, one chapter at a time. You're dividing your years into 3 months. If you actually look at that way, you would realize that we don't even have a lot of time in the year. But if you compile all of these goals, all of these changes into the year, you're going to think, so by February or March, if you're not getting things done, you're going to think, oh, I have time. It's the whole year. It's the whole year. I can start anytime I want during the year. Of course, you can start things anytime you want during the year. Don't get me wrong. My thing is the ambiguity of it. Like, it's so ambiguous when we put all of these things into a year. We think there is time. But if you do divide it into like 3 months at a time, then you realize, oh, there's no time. So I have to look for a more effective way to achieve all of my goals and to make sure that I don't end up feeling like a failure. An important thing that I also am telling myself is that small steps do not mean small goals. They mean sustainable goals. They mean that I have a higher efficient way of actually achieving these goals that I have set for myself. Another thing that I'm focusing on is alignment. Does this routine support the person that I want to become, that I am becoming? So we have to streamline routines and habits to our lifestyle, because every year we see a lot of videos. People, I'm popping up on your screen right now. We see a lot of people pop up on social media, some people giving advices, and we're all saying, oh, this person gets up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and they seem like they have their life together. I'm going to want to do that as well. I want to do everything that they do. I want to do every routine that they do. What if it doesn't fit in your lifestyle? So that's the problem too, is that we're doing what other people are doing, even though it doesn't fit into our lifestyle, even though it doesn't fit into what we realistically deal with every day. So that's classic setting up yourself for failure before even starting. Another thing that we have to pay attention to is who you're around. Thank God for social media. I feel like a lot of people think social media is bad, social media is this and that. But there are good things that you can actually pick up from social media. So many good things. I would argue that it has a lot of pros more than cons. Like in real life, in your real life, you might not have access to people who you want to be like. This year, I'm being intentional about aligning myself with people that are already doing the things that I want to do, people that have already achieved what I want to do, not to compare myself to them. Don't get me wrong, definitely not to compare myself to them, but to learn from them. There's a reason why people have mentors, but sometimes in your real life, you may not even have access to the people that you want to be like, to the people that have achieved the things that you are trying to achieve. And they are on social media. Why not follow them and see the things that they do? To be inspired, to learn. There's a reason why this person is here today. They have done something right to achieve what I am trying to achieve. So you can learn from those people and do not let people dilute your mind saying that, oh, not everything you see on social media is believable. Of course, not everything you see is believable. You have to be able to filter, but some things are believable, some things are actually real. You can see I have a lot of people that are inspirational to me, that I want to, that I learn from, like really amazing business women that have overcome obstacles that now I'm learning to overcome. Of course I want to follow them. Of course I want to learn from them. Of course I want to see if they have anything to say that would help me in my journey. So I want you guys to actually look at it that way. God has blessed us with social media. It's not a mistake that we have this. And this is another way for you to align yourself with the people that have achieved the things that you are trying to achieve. Lastly, if you're starting the new year feeling unsure, feeling tired, feeling like a failure, I want to tell you that it's okay to not feel like you have everything together right now. It's okay to not get everything done by February. It's okay to not erase all you were last year. It is you, it is still you. The you last year is still the you starting this year. There was no magical erasure on New Year's Eve. It is still you now. You have to introduce the things that you want to get done this year to the you last year. You're not completely dismissing and erasing and trashing the you from last year, if you guys get what I mean. Now, you're introducing your you from last year to the new things you want the you this year to do. So we are adding things on. We are thinking, okay, I need to have a meeting with myself. What do I have to change? How do I get these things done? What are the strengths of me, of myself? What are my strengths? How can I actually achieve these little goals to become a better me by the end of the year? So we are not just magically erasing who we were last year. You have to be gentle with yourself, especially the bigger the goal, I believe, the more logical you have to be, the more realistic you have to be, the more gentle you have to be on yourself. Do not overwhelm yourself. Do not put all of this pressure on yourself. This is me. This is Tommy from 2025. This will be the Tommy in 2026, only with better habits, only with add-ons that are going to get me to a better space this time next year. Even saying it now to you guys, like, I have to believe it because I have done it the other way for the other years and nothing has changed. So I'm not going to do this huge declaration. I am not going to put this huge pressure on myself. I am going to come to terms with who I am and the strengths that I have and how I can make those strengths work for who I want to be. They told me I want to be by the end of the year. So, guys, thank you so much for sitting with me and chatting with me. I hope you give yourself permission to become this year without rushing the process, without crushing yourself. Thank you so much for sitting with me again. I wish you guys peace and clarity in the year 2026. and I wish and pray that we all achieve what we set to achieve in this year. If you guys sat all the way through the end of this video, please subscribe and like this video. We usually do fashion and styling videos here. We're now going to be adding some sit down chats to the mix, which I really love, and I hope you guys join me, and I hope you come back for more videos from me. Take care. God bless. Bye.